Hey Thomas, thanks for coming.
No problem. I never say no to a beer. So then I said, why don't you try dividing by 0, dumbass?
Nice! Speaking of quantum mechanics, I have something to show you. Behold! My time machine.
Sure it is. I had a nickel for every time Cameron claimed to have a time machine.
By solving for the multi-world paradox, I've been able to further delineate space-time into a single, malleable medium. Effectively, I can isolate two distinct points in space-time. The only problem is, I don't have any way of sustaining a wormhole between these 2 points. So any kind of time travel is still impossible. But it's still a time machine.
Good for you. You can spout off scientific-sounding mumbo-jumbo. First of all, the multi-worlds paradox is an effect of time travel. Second,
Could it be?
Greetings! I am Dr. Almond Logic, and as I was passing by, I could not help but hear of your fantastic scientific breakthrough.
Well, thanks. But what were you doing outside my apartment on the 3rd floor of this private apartment complex?
Well, you see, this is a surprisingly simple yet complex explanation. As it turns out, I myself am a time traveler, but from an age long past. The year was 1984, and I had just finished my dissertation hearing at MIT. A government spy gave me word that the Soviets were on the brink of a major nuclear attack. I did the only rational thing. I decided to cryogenically freeze myself in a basement at MIT, to wait until the future, when the radiation and chaos had died down a bit. I was awoken last summer, when they were going to tear down the old cryogenics lab to build a racquetball court. Pleasantly surprised that nuclear war had been avoided, and that America had come out on top, I set out to resume my research on time travel. Unfortunately, I could not resume my work at MIT because everyone there believed I had drowned in the Boston Harbor, around the time I actually froze myself. Alone and terribly depressed, without an identity, I wandered city to city, desperately trying to find someone willing to hire up an old, unemployed time traveler. In my desperation, I turned to superstitions to solve my plight, and one day I found myself in the dwelling of a fortune teller. The fortune teller told me that to reclaim my identity and destiny, I needed to be at this exact location at this exact time. And so, here I am.
Okay. Well, there are two possibilities. Either the so-called Dr. Logic is from the future, and he's here to steal my invention, or the fortune teller he refers to is a time traveler that has arranged for us to meet for so far unknown reasons.
Or he's just some crazy homeless guy in a lab coat who broke into the building, overheard what we were talking about, and is making all this up on the spot to lull us into a false sense of security so he can beat us up and take our shit.
Or maybe the fortune teller is actually a psychic.
Oh no.
Now, Cameron,
even in your absurd interpretations of this situation, you have to admit that Dr. Logic is more than likely out to get us somehow.
Look, everything I've told you is true, I promise. I swear to science. And I can even take you to the fortune teller. He's only a few blocks away. We literally just have to go downtown. I can take you there.
Well, I guess that is a pretty conveniently great solution.
Great. Follow me.
Well, here we are.
What do you mean, here we are? This is just a normal office building. I thought you were taking us to a fortune teller's.
This is a very professional type of fortune teller we're dealing with. Let's go in.
Actually, could I take a piss before we do this?
Fine, man. Let's just get this over with.
Oh, look, it's the fortune teller.
Shit, Thomas, it's you! It's you from the future! What are we gonna do?
Wait. Calm down. Please, calm down. Let's talk. There's something I need to tell you. Okay, dude.
Why the hell did you refer to this guy as a fortune teller? He's clearly just looks like an older, professional version of me.
He told me to refer to him as a fortune teller. The story I told you is true, other than I guess maybe he isn't your conventional sort of fortune teller. Or whatever.
Well then,
No time paradoxes for me, thanks.
Well, at least I don't have to piss anymore. Well, I think we learned a valuable lesson today. I vow not to attempt time travel until we find a proper way to tinker with the paradox matrix and prevent future versions from ourselves or anyone else from fucking with us.
You want to know what I learned? You want to hear? This is interesting. I learned you don't know what the hell you're doing. Tinker with the paradox matrix? You want to get rid of paradoxes? Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing with time travel. Can't really get rid of them. And paradox matrix? Matrix? Keanu Reeves here? What the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and anyone who knows anything about science could tell you that. You might as well actually call it a flux capacitor. You might as well just do that there, Doc Brown. Oh, and by the way, you want to prevent people from messing with us through time travel? Oh, here's a good idea. Don't invent time travel. I had to kill 2 dudes today.